rankings. Be honest. If you know boxing, be honest. There's levels.
In the show, bro. The show.
Good he looks.
He's very sharp. That's all I can.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous. Don't look like he's a 46.
He looks like he's 36 or 26.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old, but you wouldn't know it by watching his training. Even Gervonta Davis was left speechless after seeing the Filipino legend light up the gym ahead of his comeback fight against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Pacquiao is moving with blinding speed. Speed, explosive power, and the same relentless footwork that made him a global icon. His sparring partners say he looks like the Pacquiao of old, razor-sharp, powerful, and still capable of pushing the pace over 8 hard rounds without slowing down. Insiders are calling it one of the most intense training camps Pacquiao has had in years. According to those in his camp, Manny's not just keeping up, he's leading the charge, stunning even his own team with how fresh and dangerous he looks. So how does this fight end? One coach close to the camp believes a knockout is on the table.
Everybody is surprised, so it's gonna be a good fight.
What's the most impressive? His speed, his power, his footwork?
It's everything, because you don't see him slow down. People say he's slowing down, but he's not. I mean, that's where you're exactly going to be surprised, because he's sharp, really, to be honest with you. He's very, very sharp. That's why I don't want to say anything else, but...
No, leave it at that.
You know,
but how?
I live it that way, but...
Okay, so let me ask you this. In 11 days, he steps into the ring at the MGM in Las Vegas to fight Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
How does the fight end?
There's a chance of knockout.
Manny,
I can see that.
You can see a knockout?
I'm not going to say what round, but...
Just that Manny wins either way, knockout or decision.
Yeah, I don't think decision. Maybe the decision is kind of... I don't know if it's going to distance, really, because the way
Manny's that explosive.
Everything is... I don't know.
Okay, now let's talk about his son, Jim, for a second. How talented is his son?
He's a very good fighter. You know, he's
good
going
power.
there.
I've seen him knock people out.
Yeah, he's but power. You know, but right now he's still. You know, we want him to grow more. You know, so to be ready. Actually, he's ready already. So we just want it to work in silence. So we keep it down.
What's your message to all Pacquiao fans who are watching this, who are getting ready, who are excited for Manny Pacquiao Barrios, July 19, Las Vegas?
Tune in to this coming fight, because it's gonna be a very good fight.
Don't go to the kitchen. Don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't look at your phone.
Yes,
because it can happen.
Focus on that, because I know Mario Barrios also is training hard too. Manny also, he trained like there's no tomorrow.
He won't say which round, but is confident that Pacquiao has enough left to either stop Barrios or win convincingly on points. Another insider adds, "Don't blink, don't check your phone, and definitely don't leave the room, because anything can happen when Manny steps into the ring." Even boxing royalty like Roy Jones Jr. is all in on Pacquiao, saying Manny still has the tools, mindset, and fighting spirit to shock the world. Jones believes Pacquiao isn't returning for attention, he's returning to win. But not everyone agrees. Floyd Mayweather has made it clear in the past, he questions Pacquiao's career.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money he made.
Here we go. Who's greater than me? I said, Sugar Ray Robinson. He said, Sugar Ray Robinson, how many wins he got? I said, he got like over 150 wins. He stopped for a minute. He said, but who got more championship titles, me or him? I said, hold on, Floyd. He said, answer the question. I said, Floyd, there's more titles now than then. There was just one then. That's no fair. Answer the question. I said, okay, you. Do I not have 28 titles? And I was just like, I don't know. He said, oh, you're supposed to be the expert. But the reason why I said that is because there's minor and major titles. Who else greater than me? I said Henry Armstrong, Roberto Duran. He said, oh my God. He said, you said something about Pacquiao. Yeah, I said, I think you'll beat Pacquiao every day of the week, but I think he had a greater career. He said, you ain't think Pacquiao was on steroids? I said, he didn't fail any tests, Floyd. He said, look at me in my eyes. I can't say, man, he didn't fail. He said, oh man, you fake. I saw that as a initiation. This is what you about to get. Nobody's greater than Floyd. My thing is, he should feel that way, but you can't expect everybody to feel that you're the greatest, Floyd.
Career and has accused him of PED use without evidence. Floyd still believes no one is greater than himself, and he refuses to credit Pacquiao's legacy as greater than his own. While Floyd's criticism seems rooted in their long-standing rivalry, it still echoes throughout the boxing world. Mario Barrios, on the other hand, is showing Pacquiao respect, but not hesitation. He says once the bell rings, it's just another man trying to take what's his. Barrios isn't preparing for a legend, he's preparing for
ever since the fight was announced, I think initially I was kind of just like shocked. Like, man, dude, like, Pacquiao wants to fight me, right? He wants to fight me for my title. I think for the sport of boxing, and I think just sports in general, like, Manny is that name. When you think about boxing, right, he's somebody that comes to mind. At least for me, like, I've been watching him since I was, again, since my earliest memories of boxing. Manny has been a name that's like, okay, like he's the man. And yeah, now he wants to come out of retirement. He wants to fight me for my title. I can't look at it as anything other than, it's just another opponent trying to take what's mine. He's outside the ring. I have, nothing but respect for him, nothing but respect for everything he's accomplished, for the person he is, everything he does, for his country and more. But as soon as we step in the ring, he's in there trying to take what's mine. I'm not training with the mentality, that I'm getting ready, to fight an icon, fight a legend. At the end of the day, he's just another man, trying to fight for my title. He's going in there trying to, take my title, and I got to do whatever it takes to make sure he does.
A threat. He knows Pacquiao is coming for his title and is treating him like any dangerous opponent. Brian Mendoza, a fellow fighter, acknowledges Pacquiao's greatness but warns that age eventually catches up. He says we may see flashes of the old Manny, but the deeper the fight goes, the more likely it is that fatigue and wear will show. According to Mendoza, Barrios is the sharpest he's ever been and will be ready to exploit any signs of slippage. Yet despite all the doubts, many fans refuse to count Pacquiao.
Don't say that before the interview.
I don't. This is an unbiased opinion.
Man, I'm looking forward to it, even just as a boxing fan, obviously coming up, there was always, seeing Pacquiao's fights and stuff, and now to see the homie, going up against him like that, it's wild, man. It's a wild feeling. I know you're more so for him, but nah, man, I just think at the end of the day, I feel like, the age will show up in the fight. I think at first, he's had people talk about the layoff, but it's also a rest for someone at that age. So I feel like he's going to be rested. I feel like we might see, hints of little old Manny, no pun intended, the old Manny. Little bits of flashes of that in there, but I think at the end of the day, man, Mario's super sharp. This is the sharpest I've ever seen him, this far in camp. I'm super excited, bro, and he's gonna put on a great show. I still kind of lean towards like a decision, but regardless, it's Mario's way. If there is a stoppage, I think it'll be in like the second half. Like I said, because I think that's really when the age is gonna show. Because you can look good in the gym, man, but once those bright lights are on you, anything that's wrong will come out. So as much of a legend man he is, I think he bit off a little more than he can chew with Barrios.
Out. His training footage has gone viral. His power, angles, stamina, and experience still feel otherworldly. Some believe his unorthodox style and killer instinct haven't faded, they've just been waiting for the right moment to reappear. Boxing analysts agree, if Pacquiao is going to win, it has to be early. He must overwhelm Barrios with volume and speed before age and fatigue catch up. At 46, he won't have the same recovery. That gas tank won't refill between rounds. His best chance: storm out of the gate.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is a champion. the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
And force Barrios into deep waters before his legs start to betray him. Some argue Barrios' defense is vulnerable. He's been hit, hurt, and even stopped before. If Pacquiao can pierce his guard with quick angles and sustained pressure, the fight could swing in his favor. But let's be honest, Barrios is no Keith Thurman. While Thurman was a power puncher, Barrios isn't known for stopping elite opponents. Still, Pacquiao...
I was talking to somebody about Manny coming back fighting Mario Barrios. Ouch. And this was the analogy I gave. Your timing is just, it slows down. That's time. Time slows you down. And so, to me, I think Manny has to come out very strong, very fast in the first couple of rounds because his gas tank ain't what it used to be. At 46 years old, you come out and let's just say hypothetically your gas is half full at 46 years old. I'd rather try to use that half tank
when I got something
in 2 or 3 rounds. Yeah. And really get off on this kid because he has the kind of style. Styles make fights. He's got the perfect style for Manny to do what he do. But the further that fight goes, the more that's gonna go down. He ain't young no more when it does this. It ain't gonna do this no more. It ain't gonna go down and then come back up. He not gonna create space, take a deep breath, and that thing shoot up the way it used to. He ain't gonna do that, you know what I mean?
Now is 5 years older now than when he last fought Thurman. That time away matters. Some insiders feel this version of Pacquiao is slower, more hittable, and not built for 12 hard rounds. Even Pauli Malignaggi, while praising Manny's heart, warns that age does things to a fighter no training camp can fix. He says Pacquiao's legs, critical to his in-and-out style, might not last through a long, high-paced bout. When they go...
Pacquiao Barrios, bro. Who do you like?
It's hard to know, at the age of Pacquiao, what we're going to get from him, But I'll tell you this. Depending on his conditioning, right? Depending on how much he can pop in on that instep that he brought to me, that notorious fast instep, if he can pop in that instep and if Pacquiao can get in, I know he can hurt Mario Barrios. Defense of Mario Barrios is still suspect. He is willing to get caught. You can catch the kid. He's not hard to find.
It's over. Barrios has also pointed to history. Legends often return only to get humbled by younger, fresher champions. He believes youth and stamina are on his side, and that Pacquiao may find out the hard way. Some believe this fight shouldn't even be happening. They say Pacquiao's already done it all, 8 division titles, Hall of Fame status. Why risk it now? Why put his legacy on the line for one more belt? But Pacquiao isn't thinking about legacy. He's thinking about history. If he wins, he ties Bernard Hopkins as the oldest champion in boxing history. That's not just a comeback, it's a defiance of time itself. And according to Barrios' own trainer, Manny may not be as inactive as people think. He believes Pacquiao's been quietly preparing, staying sharp, and waiting for this exact moment. If true, this isn't a desperate comeback, it's a calculated assault. So what's going to happen? Some say he gets stopped. Some say he shocks the world. One thing is certain, on July 19th, the world will be watching. And if Pacquiao turns back the clock one more time, it won't just be a fight, it'll be a miracle. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.